Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah, James.
Yeah.
Today is Tuesday, February 1st.
Okay.
Which means today is the start of
the Lunar New Year.
And
Year of the Tiger.
And it's February, Jables.
Oh, the month of love.
Stop being racist. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Black History Month.
All right. And I know that. I just didn't want you to say anything more.
You and I were born in this month, James.
We were.
So
we were.
We celebrated.
Yes.
We celebrated fiercely. Mm-hmm. And with love, compassion, and warmth. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
That is what Black History Month is. Now, what does it mean to you, Go?
Black History Month, to me, hello, sharks. To me, means a month of recognizing the accomplishments of many great Black Americans.
Sure. So.
Or everywhere.
Obviously, we celebrate this every year, okay?
Yes.
I don't need just the month of February. I celebrate it all year long, but that's me.
Yep.
It's because
you
I
have
care.
An extensive
I care.
Martin Luther King
collection.
Jr. collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly of shoes that his friends wore. That's all I could afford. So I couldn't afford like the thing that was it. Adam Schefter, was he the one that got
Darren
it?
Ravel.
Darren Ravel. Okay, same person. I feel like. Let's be honest. They're both shit bags.
Both nerds.
Yeah, and homeboy ruined Tom Brady's retirement. Tom Brady finally announced his retirement this morning on his own.
Oh, he did.
After he was forced into that. Thanks, Adam Schefter, you fucking dick.
Eesh.
But I don't have a collection like that. I've got just, his buddy's shoes. So I got a lot of those lying around. But since it is Black History Month, celebrating Black excellence, there was a fight last night at the Golden Corral up by Delco?
Not really. It's Bethlehem.
If you aren't from Delco, you would consider it Delco.
Yeah, right?
Delco adjacent, I guess. I don't know.
How far is
if you don't know the area, you would be like, oh yeah, that's the Delco.
The beautiful city of Bethlehem from you?
I don't know, like 45 minutes, an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like everything's an hour.
Yeah, you just described Austin.
That's 20 minutes.
Yeah, you just described Austin. Everything's
20 minutes.
Well, they say 20 minutes, but it's 40 minutes to an hour.
Well, without traffic, which there's always traffic. So if you say 20 minutes in a parallel universe where there's no traffic.
Sure. But to kick off Black History Month and celebrate the excellence of it, there was a fight last night up by Delco, very, very close to Delco. Stone's throw away from Delco in the lovely town of Bethlehem where...
Like, I think that's Delco's...
Where Jesus was born.
Golden Corral. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were going to go to Golden Corral, I think this is the only one that, like Dan's family would go to.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was in Bensalem.
Okay. So where's that at?
A little closer.
A little closer. So this would maybe be like if your family was like, I'm feeling Golden Corral, this would be where they would go.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to run from your past, but your past is running after you, okay? That's what we've learned here today.
Yeah.
We also learned that if you run out of steak at the Golden Corral near Delco at the buffet, this is going to happen. And if we could roll that video, please, that'd be great.
Do you want the little music beforehand?
So it's at the...
Oh, thank you very much. There it is.
As it's going on.
Yeah. This seems like a casual get together, a little scrum, and then somebody's throwing a baby chair, a high chair.
High chair.
Now the chairs are coming out. Why do the chairs always come out when a fight breaks out? Is what I don't understand inside of a restaurant.
What else are you going to use?
Your fist. I don't like getting
Whatever,
a chair. Whoa, that baby chair got hung up on a light.
And by the way,
there.
you guys, those high chairs are very heavy.
Really
they have
heavy.
to be really solid, so they're just like,
yeah.
ugh.
Look at that.
Did anyone like seriously get hurt?
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Look at this. Oh
The
boy.
original man with the chair in a fight.
This guy with the black shirt and white long sleeve underneath. How he has a table.
Yeah, he's got there's a full table. There we go.
Look, Ross, they're Sixers fans. Plenty of Sixers fans. It's just an homage to Allen Iverson in the bowling alley.
Look, though, it was a buffet.
Look at that. It's still they're still going.
buffet.
They're still going, throwing baby chairs and high chairs and
What I love is that the waiters were trying to be heroes and like save the Golden Corral tables.
Yeah,
like, just run away.
Can you back that up?
Paid enough.
Can you back that up 10 seconds? There's a guy who is using a high chair as a walker. I don't know if he's got problems walking or with his movement, but he proceeded to roll it. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
It looks like he's rolling it over to the mob to tell them to stop it. And then somebody else throws another chair right next to him, and then magically he can walk again. And that's the beauty of Golden Corral is if you're handicapped, you can walk.
It's really this guy in the black shirt. Like, he won't stop.
Yeah.
He can't
There's
stop.
always one instigator.
He can't stop.
There.
Oh, look at that.
He's defending, though. So he's on the side of...
Oh, he's like the white knight for the Golden
Yeah.
Corral.
So he's like trying to be a hero. He wants to save those tables, those
The guy in the
chairs.
blue still throwing chairs, and that's still going. There's only one person left to throw a chair against, though.
Are these like air marshals, but for Golden Corral?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm
Don't
like,
know.
you guys, just go away. Just run away.
Yeah.
What are you trying to save? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man. I love
They're
it.
like putting the tables back up. Like, no.
Ruben Schneider's saying Golden Corral is trash. Does it surprise anyone that trash people that go there would get into a brawl over steak?
Ruben, if you're coming to the seltzer party, this is where we fight, okay? How dare you, by the way? I didn't even know they had a buffet, by the way. Like,
You're kidding. Golden Corral?
That's all it is, right?
That's what they're known for.
Is it just buffet? Okay.
Yeah.
No, James is fancy. She actually orders the plated dinners.
Yeah, I mean, you
at the
can
front
get
of Golden
that.
Corral.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was a buffet because I'm fancy.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can like order off a menu, but you're one of those people where it's just like, I guess I'll be back. Here's your menu.
Right.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black History Month, and we're gonna dirty it like this, guys. We're better than that. There was some white people in there too. Okay.
I just kind of feel like I get it.
I did too. You run out of steak.
You go out. Also, like I think it's very cold there, right, Dan?
Yeah. Very cold, frigid.
Very cold there right now.
Well, I just got hit with a nor'easter.
Yeah, so if you're-
Nor'easter.
Yeah.
I got hit with a nor'easter, and then somebody got hit with a high chair.
If you've ventured out, it's your night. It's your Golden Corral night. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've
You made it out there. You parked. You got in there. They said there was steak.
Yeah.
Got you all the way in, just like they always do. They got you there. They got you in. We have steak. We have steak. We have steak. You get up there. We don't have steak. We never had steak, right?
Yeah, we're out.
No,
Shortage.
like we lied. You find out they lied to you. They never had it.
Thanks,
No.
Brandon.
The lady in front of you loads up 4 steaks to take back to
And
her
that's
table.
where the fight must be, right?
No. So the fight was actually started. So there was a steak shortage. It was announced to a few tables that, hey, guys, running low on steak.
Okay.
So why don't you go and grab a few, whatever, and then I'm not going to tell anybody. It's our little secret, right?
Right.
Someone cut the line
Well, obviously.
to get their steak. They were like, hey, I don't want them to run out. I've already paid my bill, okay? I need that steak. I'm going to have to cut the line and get some goddamn steak in my pie hole, okay? And then all hell breaks loose.
I understand. There's a lot of tension.
Moving parts.
There's a lot of tension that that surrounds like the line of stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Remember the last time we traveled, some guy told me he was going to slap the shit out of me? And I was like giving it back to him. And I was like, he's like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I'm just waiting. I'm like with my kids. You lose your mind.
I caught the tail end of that, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
So there's a line.
Yeah.
Whatever, you're going up there, checking your bag, and you have to walk past these people to get to the next guy that just called you up, right?
Yeah.
He's pissed because he needs to take stuff out of his bag, right? He's the person that's like, oh, my bag's too heavy. Let me take stuff out.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that guy. So
instead of just being like, I'm sorry, but being poor. So anyways.
You have to exit the line.
Yeah, you go,
You know your
okay,
shit
fine.
is too heavy if you don't want to pay for it.
Right, but he's mad because he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
He's been online. He has line dementia or whatever we're going to call it, right?
Sure.
And like, he's pissed now, so he flings the whole thing open in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm with 2 little kids trying to walk past. He tells my oldest, you better not step on my shit.
He says the word shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's about where my line dementia / just like you're up early, traveling with kids, the whole thing just comes out. And I'm like, he didn't step on your fucking shit, and it is shit. He looks up, I'm going to fucking slap the shit out of you. He's like, you better shut the fuck up. I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
Where was I?
This guy.
Was I in line?
You had just got out of the hospital, and so I don't think you wanted to get into a fight. And so classically, it's the wife that's going to get you in trouble, right? And you're like, God damn it, now I'm going to have to fucking fight this guy if he slaps you in the face. So I had like
I have gotten in 1 million fights too, and every time you get angry about it, and it's like the one time that you're,
What?
Now you want to start the fight?
I wasn't trying to start the fight. It was just like, if you're talking to my kid like that's walking by and you're the problem and there's a line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've been in the line.
Sure.
And I'm about to be in more lines. Right?
I'd be more than happy to go Golden Corral on somebody.
For sure. So then he says it we kind of are like saying it under our breath because we're still like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we're standing at the kiosk next to here. He's here looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's saying, what are you looking at? I said, I'm just waiting. Waiting for you to slap the shit out of me. And then we ended it there.
I remember, I tried to fight the neighbor right before I went into the fucking hospital, remember? And then the police came to our house at like 4:30 in the morning, whatever time that was, and they said, hey, how would this look if you got arrested? I was like, it would be awesome content. It'd be great for the show.
It's just we're just overall going crazy as a nation right now.
Kip Newth. It's a beautiful name. I'm assuming it's a soft K.
It's a great
on Newth. It said Golden Corral gift certificate for drugs and booze. See you at the seltzer party. See you there. $20 all you can drink seltzer all day long. Let's go. 8%.
Love it.
If you can get past a 6-pack of that, good luck. Good luck. I got an exciting call on the way over here, by the way. Is
Giorgio's going to try.
It's not Giorgio. It's not.
What?
Shit. I tell you what, we'll find out a few days before, I think. Here's why I'm saying I think, because I was on a call with the distributor today. Shout out to Life is Brewing in Nashville. We got a call from Jared Taylor this morning. Black Rifle Coffee is actually going public on the New York Stock Exchange February 10th. Nick, I'm going to need you to confirm that, by the way. Confirm that Black Rifle Coffee is going on the New York Stock Exchange on February 10th. Jared has never gotten one single date right in his life. And I want to confirm that from an outside source.
Yeah.
Never has he gotten one date right in his entire life, including when his company would go on the New York Stock Exchange. Not a prayer, he knows that. Not one prayer.
Okay.
He will wake up and then they will tell him where to go.
Sure. And then he will have told us the wrong day.
Yes, and then we're going to fuck up our schedule and everything else.
Yeah.
But Black Rifle, their headquarters is in San Antonio. They have asked all of us to come in and do live shows from there as they ring the bell on CNBC for the New York Stock Exchange. They have been chosen, because it's an IPO, they've been chosen to ring the bell, which is a big deal. So Jim Cramer, all those guys, all the shows that I watch early in the morning will be there. I think the Hodge twins are coming in, a bunch of people.
Wow.
Travis Pastrana, if he's out of the hospital.
I think he will. He looked like...
I couldn't tell from that video if he was doing all right. But I think we're going to head out there and do a live show Thursday, February 10th from there with everyone, if that is indeed the date, Nick. And we'll need some confirmation. What's up?
All I'm seeing right now is early 2022, so I'm trying to dig.
Okay. He's seeing early 2022. Well, it is early. It's February 1st, okay?
We're getting into mid.
Wash the blackface off your body. I mean, it's Black History Month, okay? It's a little too, so you're getting a little too comfortable.
In your attempt to like be woke.
You're Mexican,
you are now
not African American.
Racist.
Okay? So we don't do that here. I want to make sure that we all know the rules, okay? We have no HR, so technically you could do whatever you wanted to, but, you know.
Do we have a guesstimate on that opening number?
On Black Rifle Coffee?
Yeah, BRCC.
So I know they did a SPAC originally, which it is very hard to get on the New York Stock Exchange. You have to go through the SEC. That process is fucking brutal. Typically, companies usually fail 1 or 2 times before getting approved just because of the paperwork, and they will literally check every last cent that has come in for a deal like that. And I know they did a SPAC beforehand. I believe it raised $1.7 billion with a B. That is real. That's public knowledge, so it's not like I'm outing anyone. There's a bunch of articles about it, and then you usually do that for 3 to 4 months, see how much money you've raised. They raised way more than expected, and so my guess would be in the $10 to $14 range, Giorgio, as the opening for the IPO.
Might pick me up some of that.
Hey, look, they're going into, I think they've got 70 brick and mortars opening too for Black Rifle Coffee.
One right in our front yard.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they might take over the old frontage of our new property. By the way, new office. We're breaking ground on that February 15th. So that's in 2 weeks. We tried to hire Drinking Bros for this stuff. Lloyd Burke is who we've hired to do the ceilings in there. He's ripping all that shit out starting soon. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to that. We should be in there by August, I would say. Because we're going to take it month by month. Mm-hmm. Put some AstroTurf down, get some lines painted. I'd like to get a nice Drinking Bros logo in the middle of the field.
Shouldn't be too hard.
I think that would be dope. Mm-hmm. And there's a nice projector overhead.
Can we get an
projector
old
screen
man to like chalk the field like in the early
That's what I would
mornings?
love. That's what I would love. Just in the
every morning.
Get that scent.
Yeah. We don't know we don't really pay him. He just shows up.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Be great. But yeah, that's all popping off. And then the seltzer. So I think if you're at the Black Rifle, I think we might have it like the day before the Black Rifle thing. So we'll take some down there. Have some morning seltzers for the opening.
Great.
Let's face it, Jabes. Daddy's got to get up, you know?
Sure.
Got to get up a little bit. And I'm back at it. So I'm able to lift weights and do all the things. So if you want to fucking fight somebody now,
yes,
by all means, now's the time.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, let's go.
Okay.
How many times you've stopped me from pulling over and punching somebody in the face, including today? Today I got real close.
I didn't stop you, but what was it?
I know. I stopped myself. I was faced with a real conundrum today.
Good for you.
A real conundrum, okay? I had, this is no lie, and I thought about videotaping it, and I was like, oh, I'll get killed for this. Like, I'll swerve off the road. I got cut off in the fast lane on the highway on 71. And this 71 goes all the way through Michigan, so everybody knows 71, okay? I got cut off on 71 by a short bus. A short Austin ISD bus. And I'm like, look, if you've ever seen those TikToks of Texas speed limit signs that are like, man, 55 really means 75 here in Texas, or 65 really means 85. It really does. Like, you're going 85 in the fast lane. A little fucking wee short bus gets in front of me in the goddamn fast lane. I slam on the brakes. And then I went around and I was like, man, how many fucking times can I double bird somebody, and can I go around my face? Can I go up through my shirt? Like, how many, you know?
To the short bus?
Yes. Because whoever this driver was, honestly was trying to be one of them. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And maybe it was a little too on brand or whatever, but I pulled up, and as I'm driving by...
Were they trying to get off that way?
Nope, not trying to get off anywhere. They kept on trucking down the road, and I was like, what the fuck? You're trying to get a bunch of kids who are already having problems in this life. either born with them or accumulated them later. Now you're trying to get them all killed on the highway? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
So as I was about to pass and give 8,000 side birds, you know, and around I was going to go around the fucking face like, man, like, fuck you, dude. There was kids on it.
Yeah.
There was kids on it, and I couldn't do it. Yeah. So I wanted to see who the driver was because I had a very specific look in mind.
Right.
And it wasn't what I thought. It was a grandmother. A grandmother who was driving this bus.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. Yeah. So I felt guilty because the kids were in there. And then obviously the length of the bus, knowing what they are already going through in life, and I didn't want to bird those kids.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I'll just save one quick, bam, bam, double bird, you know?
To the grandma driving.
For the driver, but here's the thing, I pulled up and it was a grandmother.
Sure, so you didn't do it. And
Because-
that just...
Didn't do it.
What?
Did you not think you could take her?
I knew I could take her, okay?
That just sounds like road rage.
It's sort of, but also it's like, you know, you're going to get killed. Like you almost killed a bus full of children. And, you know, it was like 16 kids. And again, very short bus, very, very small bus. And then the grandmother driving, and she was 80, and it was like, man, why? Why are they all out here? Where are they going? Where are they going on 71? As a kid, did you ever have to take a highway to school?
I lived in a different type of place.
I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Georgia. I never had to take a fucking highway to school. Like, that's a little much.
Maybe to even out the numbers.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
There's like 4 roads in Austin.
Exactly.
That's just the way it is.
It is, but like if you're going to a school, chances are you probably live around 8 miles from it, 8 to 10 miles. Past that, you're out in the country, and it's like, all right, great. You want to live out in the country with 40 acres? That's fine. But you're going to have to drive 80 miles to school, and your kids are going to hate you, okay? This wasn't that situation. So to get on the road in the fast lane in the short bus with the kids, going that far, because, I mean, they were behind me for like, shit, man, maybe 6, 8 miles down the highway. And I was like, fuck, man, where are you going this early?
Yeah.
I hope they were going to pet dolphins somewhere. I don't know if there's an aquarium in Austin, but if there is, hopefully it was a field trip of some sort. But that old lady almost killed a bus full of 16 kids today.
Yeah.
That's what I do now.
Yeah.
And it all it takes is one, Jabes. All it takes is one. I saw a car accident over the weekend where 9 people died because of one car. One fucking dude was speeding through a red light and 9 people died. 9. That's how bad the crash was for like multiple cars. And I was like, shit. This lady almost killed 16 little kids this morning. But you know what I did, Jabes?
What?
Showed some restraint.
Yes.
Did not double bird, triple bird, nothing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do that out of respect for that bus.
Right.
And maybe what that lady had done in her life.
So I think we both have
But also it's Black History Month.
We both have rubbed off on each other.
Maybe. I wasn't, but it was also the opening of Black History Month, and I'm not going to do that. Speaking of Black History Month.
Like me even saying that to the guy is you, and then you not beating someone up is me, right? So it's like
Yes.
both things were kind of, that's what happens.
I guess.
Sort of morph into
The other person.
just one big ball of legs and
Of
arms
fury.
and
Yeah.
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 That's what relationships are.
Oh.
Come on. I had a great segue, and you fucked it all up with
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Speaking of Black History Month, Jabes. Whoopi
Please.
Goldberg
Yep.
this morning could not celebrate properly on The View. Instead, she had to apologize to all of the Jewish community this morning. She really offended them,
Yeah.
saying that, what did she say exactly, that they weren't part of the same race?
No, she said if we're going to talk about it, I mean, I don't know who's pulling it up, Giorgio. So if we're going to talk about it, then we need to talk about the Holocaust. The Holocaust was not about race.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
She did not know that Jewish people were their own race.
Right.
Whoopee. You go all in on everybody else for every single fucking thing, including everybody voted for Trump and everybody's racist and all that other shit. And then it turns out, Whoopi, you were the racist one. So she had to apologize to the Jewish community today. Mm-hmm. And they even, High and Angry says, from a black fan on opening day of our month. Yes.
Yes, we do have
tons
Tons. I think High and Angry may be our only.
No. We've got tons.
In the chats?
No, Javon.
That's
Javon.
right. That's right.
But anyway, so she went on The View this morning. I caught it just before we came into work, and I was like, I want to see this apology.
Should we throw up the clip?
You got it?
Of
can
what
we?
she actually said.
Yeah.
Do we have it on Twitter?
It's on Twitter, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Ooh, look at that.
Oof.
Because the Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other.
Ooh, and then these two are talking about
and then
it.
Ben Shapiro pops up.
His face is just
Good
like,
nights.
What?
He would level Whoopi Goldberg in an argument, but
oh boy. So then she apologized.
yeah, she walked that back real quick today, and then they brought on.
What is her excuse? She just doesn't.
Ignorance. She didn't know. She's dumb.
Ignorance. Okay.
And that's what happens
So
when you try to pass something off as fact. When you're like, oh, well, this is the real reason for it, and it's not. And you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, then you've got to walk it back like this, right? Because you work for a huge conglomerate, and let's face it, all your bosses are Jewish, and agents, lawyers, managers, all of the above are Jewish, and you had to walk that back immediately. So they had a guy on.
Even on the show, you could see Behar being like, huh.
No. Well,
but
she pretends to be Jewish very well, but she's not Jewish.
And here's the apology.
Yeah. So on today's show, I said the Holocaust is not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it's about both. Splitting the difference there. Whoops.
That's not an apology. That's what
Whoops.
I'm saying.
As Jonathan Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League shared, the Holocaust was about Nazis' systematic annihilation of Jewish people who they deemed to be an inferior race. I stand corrected. The Jewish people around the world have always had my support, and that will never waver. I'm sorry for the hurt that I have caused. Written with my sincerest apologies, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, okay, and so then she gets to apologize, and it's all done.
Yes, but nobody else gets to apologize.
No.
For whatever they've done in this world, because she's perfect, and it's fine. Nobody makes mistakes and everything else, right?
Yeah.
She wanted to cancel Joe Rogan last week, right?
Yes.
So... Just a quick reminder. Misinformation.
For saying something that wasn't, Oh, for talking to people that have a different opinion.
Yeah. So how's that working out, Whoopi? How'd that work out today? You know how it worked out? They had a head of this league on. It's a league of gentlemen, let's call it that. Whatever the Jewish Defamation League is. Mm-hmm. JDLs. Mm-hmm. I just made up. I don't know if that's...
It's a bunch of white males.
A bunch of white males, man. Pretending to be another race.
Yeah.
No,
Would
Jewish
you call
is a
them
race.
Extraordinary gentlemen, Ross?
Extraordinary gentlemen, I would.
Extraordinary gentlemen,
I
yes.
really would.
Yes.
And he had to sit there and deal with their bullshit and then kind of re-educate them, which is my least favorite word these days, about what it means during the Holocaust and what it means to be Jewish and everything else. And then at the end of it, he said, look, if you really want to help change and show what's real Jewish people are like in this world, I noticed you have an opening on The View, which Meghan McCain has since departed, and they're looking at filling that seat. And he goes, how about you hire somebody who's Jewish to join you? And I think that would be a better understanding, helpful to the world if you did that. Completely dead silent on The View. So they didn't want to get stuck in the same situation that Biden's in. Okay?
Right.
Because one, they're going to have to hire somebody of a different background. I've heard it's going to be a Republican because you have to. Otherwise, The View is just left. Like, The View is just looking that way. Mm-hmm. But then you've got to hire somebody Jewish on top of it?
Doesn't that kind of go hand in hand a little bit, though?
Jewish and Republican?
Yeah.
No, not at all. You would think it would. One would think it would. But no, a million of my Jewish friends have been like, no, I'm not voting for Trump. No.
Yeah.
And all of Hollywood. Giorgio, you can chalk that up to that's a big no-go.
Yeah, usually it's the pro-Israel stance of the Republican Party.
Yeah, and that was the one thing that I couldn't figure out during all of this. Like, he did every peace deal with Israel and the Middle East and all that other shit, and everybody was just like, no, we're not saying anything about that. Let's face it, most Jewish people haven't been to Israel. So, right. All of my everybody I've worked with over the years, this is the first question I usually ask. Have you been to Israel? No.
No, I thought they all did that 1 year thing called Birthright. It's kind of like Jewish Rumspringer.
Yeah, it's a free trip to Israel.
Yeah. Is it really?
You're supposed to meet your wife or your husband.
Yeah, you're allowed to, and if you're married, you're like allowed to cheat on them during your birthright trip.
No, so it's trip up to 26. That's not true. It's essentially just to meet your future, wife, husband, and then have future Jewish babies.
Okay, all right. Well, look, that's thrown out the window now for Whoopi. Okay,
right?
Can't do that. Right. And just because she dated Ted Danson in the '80s, like that's still not good enough. Right. Is Ted Danson Jewish?
Yes.
Is he really?
Yes.
Okay. Shabbat shalom, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say too? Oh, there was someone else that used to be on The View. Was Jenny McCarthy on The View?
No, she was not.
Okay.
She's not. She was in the rear view.
No. What show was she on then? The Talk?
One of those fucking shows.
Ross, by the site JewOrNotAJew.com,
Okay.
it said Ted Danson is not a Jew.
Not.
You are a liar, Jesse. Put a single on Jesse, please.
Delco, I was going off of.
Nope. Put a single
Curb.
on Jesse.
I was going off of Curb.
Jesse Wiseman.
He only hangs out with Jewish.
Look
the Jewish
into the camera and apologize to all Jewish people and the Jewish community for thinking Ted Danson is a Jew.
That's also not true on Curb. If they have good chicken, he'll go with the Palestinian side.
Yes, but his circle.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, right there, that camera.
I apologize to
the Jewish community.
Ted
Danson, his entire family.
Jewish community, Ted Danson.
His entire family tree.
His entire family tree.
And all the people of Israel.
All the people of Israel.
There you go.
It also has been backed up and confirmed by WhoJew.com.
Who Jew? I have not been on Who Jew this month. It's only the first day of February, and I've not been on Who Jew.
It's much more fun to talk about the Jews, isn't it?
WhoJew.com?
When is Jewish History Month? That one will be fun.
You know what else is fun, Jabes? Talking about Jewish history in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Jesse, is there a better place to read the Torah than a ghost bed? What? What? Jesse? I'm asking, okay? God, I'm sorry that you were anti-Semitic here today with Ted Danson. Jeez, grow up. Grow up and get yourself a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/drinking bros. 40% off the bundle package right now. That is the adjustable base. So you can just hit the remote and beep, beep, go straight up and just read. You can read, Jesse, from the Torah all day long. Is it the Torah? Am I saying that
mode.
Right?
Are you talking about book mode?
Yeah. Is it the Torah?
I think it is.
Yeah. Bob's not here today because he's at a wedding in Hawaii. Because they moved it for COVID, so we don't have him here to ask. Bob gets one more wedding this year, and then he's all done with that bullshit. He's like, COVID, They're just moving weddings. Do you know what a selfish asshole you have to be to have a wedding in Hawaii on a Wednesday and then expect all your friends just to forget about their jobs in January? Already, you've had 2 weeks off, and then you're like, oh, hey, by the way, the wedding got rescheduled in Hawaii. It's on a Wednesday. Are you guys good? No one's fucking good.
With his newborn, these weddings, being sick, who takes more time off, Ari or Bob?
Ari's always working. He's got a lot of Jewish holidays, speaking of Jewish, but besides the Jewish holidays, though, he's always working. I talked to Ari a lot.
Yeah, Bob takes more time. Off.
Bob. For these fucking
And sometimes
weddings.
even if he's here mentally
he's
not, right?
He's not.
Mentally,
he's repenting.
And he might
mentally he's with his baby still, or he's tired.
He might need a good night's sleep in a ghost bed. From ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Right now, they get a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there. If you have decent credits, Not like Golden Corral credit, but like real credit, where you're like, all right, cool, man. Like just above Golden Corral credit, okay? And then if you just want 30% off everything in the entire store, the mattresses, the sheets, the pillows, or the adjustable base by itself, just use the promo code Drinking Bros. You get 30% off at ghostbed.com/Drinking Bros. Cozy up. Read the Torah. Read Anne Frank. Read the diary in there, okay? Just pop open the thing and just beep, beep, get the remote up, get a nice little curve.
Book mode.
In your bed. Book mode. Is that what it's called? Fuck you.
Yeah, there's book mode.
Fuck you.
Or Torah mode. I forget what they call it.
Torah mode?
It is book mode, though. It's a picture of a little book.
Oh, is it really? Mm-hmm. It's the Torah. It's the Torah, Jesse. Next up, we've got GetRoman.com/Nooners. Now, while you're in that bed, you might as well use it properly. Giorgio had a little morning sex today. I'm not saying it was because of the Roman, but it probably was.
I'm not going to say it's not because of the Roman.
Yeah, goddamn right you're not. Look at him. Look at him. Put the camera on.
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's spry.
He's ready. He's Roman ready.
Feeling good.
Roman ready. Little gladiator
it's almost
this
Valentine's Day.
And love is in the air, Jabes. And whether it's a third date or a 30-year anniversary, you don't want erectile dysfunction getting in the way of a perfect night. Why would you? Huh?
Nope.
You want to have sex with your partner or sex with whatever food you're eating. You've been experiencing, if you have been experiencing ED, visit GetRoman.com/Nooners today to speak with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional about ED. And if prescribed, you get $15 off your first month of treatments. With ED treatments, you can have all that self-assurance back. Look at Giorgio again. Put his arms wide open. There it is.
Arms wide open. Yep.
And that self-assurance comes from knowing that you're prepared in the moments when that moment comes. Pick up your phone or laptop or your fucking mobile. Pick up your phone, dude. Do that. Laptop, desk. Pick up your desktop. Pick it right up off the desk and type that in midair. Complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Roman offers 5 prescription treatments, including the brand and generic version of the most common ED medications. Again, a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. You're not going to get somebody from India who's just telling you about your penis. You're not going to get that. You're going to get a real doctor, okay? Free online visits, and it's free 2-day shipping too, Japes. That'll be at your house in 2 days. That'll be there by Valentine's Day. Okay, today's February 1st. Started Black History Month. Valentine's Day is in 13 days. This will be there by then so you can enjoy Valentine's Day properly, okay? So make sure you get that package in the mail for Valentine's Day. Your order needs to be placed by February 9th is what they're saying here. Don't waste any time. Start an online visit today. With Roman, you're going to get free ongoing care for erectile dysfunction from all the comfort and privacy of your own home. The whole process is straightforward, convenient, and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/Nooners and complete an online visit. That is GetRoman.com/Nooners. Last but not least, HardAFSeltzer.com. Sign up. Just put your email in. You're good to go, and we will let you know when that is ready to ship. We're about 2 weeks away, Jabes. I'm nervous.
Why?
Because it's 2 weeks. Okay, there it is. Boom. 2 weeks away from Hard AF Seltzer Luncheon. I know, but just dealing with all the shit going on behind the scenes. It's a lot, James, a lot of pressure.
Like it's hard?
Yeah. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. And that's the exact conversation I'm going to have with those guys from Black Rifle next week. Of like, hey, now that it's out into the world and stocks and all that shit, you can sell it and you're rich. You don't have to do anything. If you don't want to the rest of your life. But going to get to that process is a fucking goddamn nightmare.
Absolutely.
Every single day. Every day.
Just buy us Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, no. That's all.
Just buy us
out, Anheuser-Busch. I don't even want to go to the New York Stock Exchange. Just buy us out.
No.
Buy us out. Don't want to deal with any of the SEC. Yeah, I've got fucking 75 cases shipped to my goddamn house on Wednesday.
Literally, the Sharks could offer us anything.
Yeah. Hi, Sharks.
We wouldn't counter, and we'd just take it. Right?
Then you could buy bigger St. James Island.
Yeah.
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 Yes. By the way, Jenny McCarthy was on The View, so I need you to look into the camera.
Oh, okay. And this one right here?
Yeah. And apologize to Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy. Jennifer Gwyneth Antonio McCarthy.
I apologize
for
not knowing the breadth of your work and talent
and beauty and raw intelligence that you displayed on The View for all of those years. Okay? I apologize.
Can we talk about the first person to spread misinformation about vaccines?
I believe it was Jenny McCarthy, wasn't it not?
She's still bebopping all around town.
Yeah, she's still out there making out with her husband on New Year's, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we make out hard.
We got some breaking news.
What do we got?
Please.
New Jersey's weather predicting groundhog, Milltown Mel, dies a day before Groundhog's Day.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not good news.
Did he know 6 weeks in advance?
Well, you know, I think he's like a cousin of Puxatawny Phil.
Damn it, dude.
So I don't know what kind of
That's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Groundhog's Day?
So day before he dies. I don't know if that's a good sign.
Ellie Lee 300 said, the wife and I just moved to Austin from Iowa in July. Looking forward to meeting the people at the Seltzer launch. Love the show. February 13th,
nice.
WTF downtown. Starts at noon, by the way. There's a band playing from noon to 2. We'll be doing a live show from 2 to 4. I think Danny Warsnop's going to play too from Asking Alexandria. It's going to be a fucking blast. It's coming up 12 days. We're almost there. James, we're almost there. Little Joe Burrow's in the Super Bowl. Should be a fun day.
Yeah.
Fun day all the way around. I'm wearing a Rams jersey because I have one. And
right.
That's it. I don't care about the Rams.
No.
Matter of fact, I hope they lose.
Yeah.
But there was a record broken for the games on Sunday. Big boy numbers. Tell me this isn't about gambling. Tell me it's not about gambling. More than 50 million people were watching each game. That is like 1/6 of America was watching the football games.
Wow.
So, look, we did a spot last night for DraftKings on the Monday Morning Recap show that is on Drinking Bros Sports. Subscribe on YouTube if you're not there. And there was New York just opened for mobile. Okay? $150 million, Jabes, of this right here. Boom. Betting on the games. $150 million in just the state of New York was gambled on last weekend's games. Crazy stat.
Yes.
So if you're wondering why there's violence inside the Golden Corral, people are starting to lose some money.
Yeah. We're, as a nation, becoming more poor and mad and crazy and bored.
Well, no, we also just bought $500 million worth of real estate in the metaverse.
Yeah.
So,
did you do that?
That's what we're doing.
How much was that? How much does that cost you guys?
I've yet to get into any real estate market. But,
okay.
Now I'm switching up, Ross. I'm going into currency, different financial currencies. I'm buying a lot of money in this game called Gods Unchained. It's an NFT trading card game in which I'm holding the digital currency in it right now.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Yeah.
Gods Unchained. Are you one of the gods?
Always.
Okay.
But I'm chained.
But you're chained.
We did watch Delco's golf pick win on.
We did.
Saturday.
There was a bunch of people over, and everybody was like, "Why the fuck are you guys screaming at the TV for a golf tournament that
For
I don't
this
even?"
dad that used to work at Radio Shack.
So we're gonna give Delco his own segment, his 10-minute segment where he does all his golf picks. There's so many people. We're still getting DMs about how many people bet on that guy. It's crazy to me.
The next time Urlacher's on, you need to ask him if he picked
bet it.
that.
I saw him with his phone. He bet it. Because he literally, before the show started, was asking him of like, hey, let me type in the guy's name. And it looked like he was betting it live on his phone.
Yeah, I'm going to parlay this into a relationship with Brian Urlacher.
You should.
It's impressive. And I'm not impressed very often. Right?
Yeah.
You're not.
But on Saturday, I was like, this is really impressive. Like, does he have like a gift?
This is true, by the way. Because we made them watch, and she's like, why the fuck are we watching golf? At
like I know he's good at his
6
job
o'clock.
and it's cool and all of that, but then I was like, does he have like this other weird
gift that we don't know?
Rain Man type,
Yeah,
gift.
for golf.
Correct.
Gift.
Yeah.
And the answer would be
And
yes.
the answer is yes?
Yes.
Oh, and he says it's yes.
It really, look, I can't.
Delco has told me it's yes.
Numbers don't lie, right? So, like, I post all of my football picks, the betting slips inside Drinking Bros Sports. The numbers don't lie. And last year, he got 7 out of, like, 49. So that means 1 out of 7 tournaments he's winning, which is fucking mind-altering. And then this year...
There's like 150 guys in every tournament.
Yeah. And then this year, there's only been 4 weekends. So he's 1 out of 4 already this year.
It's just such a crazy mental game. It's the same reason I don't like betting like March Madness, because they're like kids and you just never know what something, like what pressure, what travel, what whatever is going to do to them, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, numbers don't lie, but I think golf, it's just weirdly, you never know.
Yeah.
But I guess you do.
Yeah. And then, breaking news too, Caleb Williams, that quarterback from OU,
USC.
just transferred to USC. So USC is going to have a team, man. They're doing shit in LA.
Sad for my
doing shit in LA.
Wisconsin.
James,
they're going to get him.
I know. They're not going to get him. He's not going to fucking Wisconsin. He's gone. But James, I wanted to ask you, since we're talking about football, about the Super Bowl halftime show. You're a big fan of that. Are you a fan of this year's lineup?
For the
we
got the halftime.
We got Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
We got Snoop. We got
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige,
Yes.
Eminem.
Yes.
That's a big boy lineup for LA.
Yes.
And it's also a home game.
Yes.
For
no,
the
I
LA
think
Rams.
it's a perfect, the perfect, besides Kendrick Lamar. But I think it's the perfect thing. It's nostalgic. It's LA.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's great.
All those people are still, in my eyes, killing it. Can kill it, right? They can kill it if there was a show and they're playing all of their hits. Like, there's memes that are like, kids are gonna find out who their parents really are. Like once that first beat drops for the Super Bowl halftime.
Do you know how many white families will be saying the N-word, singing along, and they're like, "Oh shit,
yeah.
shit."
No, it's definitely gonna be like
That was in the song. I only said the N-word because it was in the song, and he said it.
But you could be like, this is the most unifying thing. Like we used to all.
So let me ask you this.
We used to all think that was fucking cool, man.
So Snoop has an album coming out on that day, a new album, and he said, "I'm taking it back to my roots," or whatever. Giorgio yesterday after the show was just like, "Dude, you can't get it back anymore."
No.
Why not?
No. You can't get it back, but you can play the old hits, right?
Yeah,
and
but
you can, like, in a Super Bowl halftime show, that's the perfect place to showcase, like, hey, remember when we were the fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
But as far as like new stuff, none of them better play anything new,
Well,
right?
so I was trying to think of Snoop Dogg when his last hit was, and it was "Drop It Like It's Hot," right? How long ago was that, Giorgio? How long ago was "Drop It Like It's Hot"?
Oh man, I'm trying to find if there's like the singles, if it came out like as a single.
What were you gonna say, dude?
I was going to say, are we oversaturated with Snoop Dogg content at this point?
Thank you.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Right?
He's
if someone can come back, it would be Dre, I think. He stays pretty low profile. We don't know what he's up to.
Like, it's not that I dislike Snoop Dogg. It's just like there's just too much Snoop Dogg in my life.
I used to say when he did Old School, that was like the height of him doing literally every single thing. And I was like, if you have a camcorder and like $5,000, you can get Snoop Dogg at your party probably. Do you know what I mean? Like
10 grand.
There was a point.
There was a point for 10 grand you can get him to do a verse.
You could just get him to come to your backyard house party.
Yeah.
And
No, I agree. Ross, "Drop It Like It's Hot" was released September 27th, 2004.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So a teenager could have been born on that day. and is
18
now
years
doing
ago.
drugs.
yeah.
Fuck, dude. That was 18 years ago?
And I think same with Eminem or any of them, they built their whole thing was being,
I haven't
hungry, down and out.
I haven't liked any of
for the
those.
people.
The last 3 or 4 Eminem albums. I just couldn't get into them.
No, so here's what I think happens is you're the greatest rapper and you're at the top and people keep expecting you to put out good music. But if you put out bad music, you get laughed at and run out of town. So the only thing you can do is then become an actor. I have his filmography up right now. I don't know if Dan can pull that up, put that on the screen. This is what he was doing while not making music.
Who?
Just Snoop Dogg. Was
Films?
just starring into every trash movie and film that he could.
Whoa, he's in Training Day.
Yeah, he was in Training Day.
And
he was
they're
terrible
more
in
like
Training
cameos,
He was
right?
in a wheelchair
Yeah.
in Training Day.
Day. Yeah, he was terrible in it.
Wheelchair.
Yeah, wheelchair. But
He's also in Malibu's Most Wanted.
No, I just think anyone that gets a lot of money and recognition can no longer do the same kind of art that they've always done.
I agree.
Yeah, like Ice Cube can't be a thug now.
No.
And none of those guys, because Ice Cube had a new album too, and it's like, dude, you just, I don't.
Like
You've got to be hungry, I think.
Is fucking Martha Stewart. Like, you can't now be like, fuck the police or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
You're not on 90210 and on the block.
yeah. So, people like J-Lo, sure. Because she built her whole thing even before she had money. She said she had money, right? That's how you got to start.
Yeah.
You got to start with that.
The only person that I would argue is in both the public eye and is like everywhere, but is also like I'm fearful of, is Diddy. Because I feel like Diddy can pull some strings behind the scenes and just get you murked.
But didn't he always, like I said, same thing, didn't he always be like...
Him and Jay-Z turned into the businessmen after they were done
Yeah, so they were
music.
always about having money. They were always about, like, get me the fuck out of these streets. Like, this is how,
But they'll
right?
put a hit on your head. Like...
Yeah.
Well, look, I recorded this song for the end of a movie in 2010, and at this studio, the guys that work there claim that Diddy killed somebody upstairs, and like 8 people confirmed it.
100%.
Now, whether or not that actually happened, I don't know, but I'd like to think it did.
You know what the scariest part was?
What's that?
Him changing his name to Sean Combs. Remember? Like, that means you're going to kill me now.
It's
right?
easy to be Puff, but it's harder to be Sean.
Yep.
And that's
And then I was like, and then when he was him,
yeah.
now I knew some shit was...
It's a lesson that everybody learns.
Completely forgot about the Snoop Lion phase.
Oh, God. No. When he went reggae?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Was it like 6 months or something?
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
That's always a bad idea. If you're not from the island of Jamaica, I don't think that you need to ever put out a reggae album. Ever.
No, I think it's perfect. They're not quite out of the, zeitgeist enough for it to be like, oh, let's see what these old people can do. But they're not quite totally in it yet, in it anymore, right? So it's like this perfect thing of like, they're still doing it. They're just not doing it the same. And we're going to see what happens.
You know who's doing it the same? Can I say? Because I've seen their clips all over TV the last 3 days. Jackass. I can't wait to see Jackass
doing it the same?
forever.
They're not doing it the same.
The fucking same.
Where's Bam?
Are we
Where's
allowed?
Steve-O?
Well, here's the thing.
Ryan Dunn.
Steve-O's in it.
Whoopsie daisy.
Hang on. So, RIP Ryan Dunn crashed into a tree at 156. He's no longer with us, okay?
Sure. Some would argue he did it the best.
Now, Bam is on so many drugs that literally they tried to get him on set and they just could not work with him. And they're like, we're sorry, dude, but like, you're too fucked up for Jackass. Like, we can't.
Johnny Knoxville is 90.
In it. He's in it. No, he's
not 90, but
just
his body is that of a 90-year-old.
Right.
His eye
Steve-O's
can
in it.
come out of his face.
And he does. So here's what I admire about it, okay? All the things that you just said, and then what does he do? Stands in front of another fucking bull and probably gets bucked 10, 12 feet in the air and then comes down. Have you seen the clips from this fucking movie?
I know, but is that something you want to see?
Yes.
Or is it a bit tragic
I'm
at that
there
point?
opening weekend, and I'll go further. I think this movie opens up at plus 25 million, which is a lot of money for a movie that probably cost $5 million to make.
Okay.
If that.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much you got to pay Chris Pontius. Like,
Party Boy gets paid. So they all, by the
That's what
way,
he's
they all
saying.
they all get paid now.
Of course.
They all get paid now, and no one did as well as Knoxville and Tremaine, but the rest of them still get paid. It's a great payday, and congratulations. I would say easily 7 figures apiece for the main cast.
at least for the Wild Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Steve-O on his own, whether or not you want to admit it or not, has a fucking massive podcast. He has a massive YouTube following. and all of his stand-up tours are sold out for every single show. Like, Steve-O's doing great.
He's doing great. I'm just wondering.
He's sober, but
I'm just wondering what the jackass of it will be. Like, he's doing great in life.
Can we show a clip, or are we going to get... Is there one on Twitter that we can show Jesse a clip?
Is he still, like, stapling his balls to the side of his leg?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's still doing all that, by the way. We allowed to show a clip? Tony Hawk was there last night.
Oh, yeah. Tony
Is
Hawk.
that Tony Hawk with Bam?
Yeah, so Tony Hawk opened up recently on Bam's issues and like why Bam was removed from the movie.
Did he have him on his show?
I don't think so. I think Tony was just commenting on it, and, like speaking on it. They're longtime friends.
Okay.
Basically the gist of it is the studio made him go through all this psychological like evaluations, drug tests, breathalyzers while on the set, on film. And apparently that's what he says caused him to relapse, was just like the hoops that they made him jump through.
If you're not doing drugs and drinking anyways, who cares? So that should be no issue, my man.
You know what caused me to drink? So many people asking me if I drink.
Apparently they filmed him taking antidepressants. Like they were like, oh, we have to watch you take your meds kind of thing.
Look, and I get that's hard. But you get through it. You do your thing. You make your money and you get back to doing drugs. Kill yourself after that.
Yeah, the other part about it is like doing, a bunch of studio movies. You go through a physical and all that shit to make sure you can get insured. Because if you die during production, all those lawsuits go against production and the studio.
Right.
If Bam Margera died on that movie, that would you'd probably be looking at a $30 million payout from the family or wife or whoever. Like, you can't do it. I remember on the new guy. They had to remember the midget for Kid Rock who died, Joey C. He was supposed to be the midget in the movie of the new guy, and he couldn't pass the physical.
Little person.
And they said, LP.
No.
Yes, Dan Holloway was calling him LPs, okay? Little people, that's fine. But he could not pass the physical. He was on like 36 different medications.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm sorry, you can't do the movie.
Yeah.
So they had to recast it and hire whoever played Ed Legg at tuba. But anyways, third week of shooting that movie, and that was a 3.5 month shoot. In Austin, ironically, he died.
Yeah.
The studio would have lost a fuck ton of money if they didn't have those rules in place. So, like, I don't have a problem with this, and I know why they do it. And especially with Bam, I mean...
We don't have a problem with it either, and it makes total sense. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be like, you know who's doing it the same? Is Jackass. It's just not an accurate statement. That's all.
What's the fucking... Is there any clips we can pull from Twitter, I wonder? Or are we going to get...
I can play the trailer.
Stoned from that. I don't know. I think we'll get... No, the studio will rip that. They'll put a ding on our
Yeah. We can't play the
people
trailer.
know what Jackass is.
They do, but like I was
is.
surprised how hard they went. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Okay.
When you see Knoxville flip up in the air on that bull, it was just like, dude, you're going to die.
We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut the check, Jackass. We're not going to advertise with you guys until you actually pay.
Yeah.
I'd love to have those guys on the show. They're a blast.
I think that even they would say that, though.
Yeah.
I think that even Knoxville and Steve-O would be like, bro, do you know what I mean? Like, this may have to be our last one.
Yeah.
Because we are expected to do so much, and we are a certain age, and we are dads, and whatever it may be, right? Like, there is no possible way for them to do it the exact same.
This is the last one. This is the last one, and they went really hard. I'm amped for it. It comes out this weekend. And the best meeting I ever took, one of the best meetings I ever took in Hollywood, was at Dick House Productions. That's the name of their production company. Mm-hmm. When you walk in, you want to talk about not having HR and like none of this shit could happen today. There is a life size, like bigger than your, about the same size as your background. Mm-hmm. Life size picture, life size of Chris Pontius, AKA Party Boy, completely buck naked, dick and balls, all oiled up from head to toe, with a little tiny cowboy hat on doing a 6-shooter. That's what you walked into the office. They did not cover up the dick. They did not cover up the balls. And there was a female receptionist who sat just at a desk like this.
Awesome.
And the dick and balls was just above her head in the background. And I laughed endlessly. The other part about it was they'd shot so much of like the movie and show there. you kept expecting somebody to pop out from around the corner with on a tricycle and just punch you in the nuts. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Right. It was like a goddamn fraternity house over there.
I'm sure.
There was punched holes in the walls of fists. And you were like, what happened there? And Tremaine was like, well, it's Jackass. So something got fucked up. And so I'm amped. I love those guys. I've always been a fan since, I mean, we're going on like 22 years now. Wasn't Jackass in like 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not before.
Big fan of those guys. I'd like to see that in the movie theater. Could I take a 7-year-old or no? Am I a bad parent?
No, I think you can. Right? There is going to be bad words, though.
Well, is there going to be dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. No. You know who you could take is probably the 3-year-old.
I need a little buddy. Yeah, dude.
You could take the 3-year-old because he doesn't quite understand, you know what I mean?
He's just doing the party boy dance.
Yeah. The 7-year-old almost understands too much. You can't take him.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't send him back to school after seeing Jackass forever.
No. But the 3-year-old you can send back and they'll just be like, he's being crazy.
He's crazy.
He's just a little cuckoo.
Davey's saying Jackass came out in 99. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Either way, big fan. I want to go see it in the movies. Every time I think I've seen every one in the movies. I went to the premiere of one of them, and it's still the best. Like those, I'm telling you, these guys still went as hard as they did, Japes.
Okay.
So I'm all in.
But you're also older too, right?
No, dude. I'm like 33 years old.
You're the same age? They got older.
I started watching when I was 10.
Used to.
When I was 10 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
Very, very wee boy. And now here we are, 23 years later.
Yep.
I can't believe I was 10 years old when I saw my first Jackass show. And now I'm a real live adult man living in the world, about to see them for the last time. Yep. It's like seeing Kobe's last game.
Yeah.
You know? You got to say goodbye. You got to pay your respects. But Bam, I don't think he's going to make it.
No, I think it's.
He's on the death. No. I mean,
okay.
He's on the death list.
He needs an NFT.
Yeah.
Like a line of NFT skateboards, I think would help Bam a lot.
I think we just go to Westchester, Pennsylvania, and probably find his purple Lambo outside of one of the bars by the university. So we could probably do our own research. Yeah.
So the one time I didn't follow Jared, I was like, I'm not going to do this. He was like, hey, dude, Bam's throwing a party at his house. We're going to Westchester, and we're going to go to his house and film it and do the whole thing. There's a huge outdoor concert and all that other shit. And I was like, Jared, I looked this up online. I could not find anything about this, whatever. And he's like, no. He sold like 10,000 tickets.
I think like Yellow Wolf was going to be there.
Yes.
Like he called me and was like, you fucking idiot. And I was like, God damn it. And I was like, Ross, what the hell?
Yeah.
He was like I think they drove like a U-Haul or something, him and Charlie.
Yeah.
And he called me from there like, you're fucking dumb. This is where I'm going. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
And then.
So he gets there. Bam did not get anything permitted. Pay these people, didn't have proper security. It would have been Astroworld, probably.
Or like Woodstock 99.
Well, exactly. Because here's the thing. It had rained too, poured rain. So it was just his fields and his all outside shit was caked in mud. Mm-hmm. There was food trucks. Street Bike Tommy had a food truck there that was stuck in the mud.
That's who he was with, yeah.
There was so many people trying to get to this house that the traffic was there. I think Jared spent 12 and a half hours with a broken down food truck.
Yep.
Bam was on a bunch of drugs and booze and went and hid in his house and was just like, I can't do anything.
I can't deal with this.
10,000 people.
If it had worked out, it would have been awesome. His lineup, like the fake lineup that he had or whatever.
Yellow Wolf.
And like,
so I go, dude, what did Yellow Wolf do?
Kid Rock too. It was just.
I go, what did Yellow Wolf do at this house forever? And he was like, dude, he basically had to go into hiding. Like, what are you going to do? Go out there by yourself with 10,000 people who are pissed off that there's no show?
Yeah.
Because there was electrical issues from the rain and everything else. And like, I mean, you couldn't do anything out there. So, yeah, that was one time I didn't follow it. Did you find out the BRCC drop?
They haven't released the date yet. Everything I found just says early 2022.
Did you just commit insider trading by saying the date, Ross?
No.
Is there like a calendar of a New York Stock Exchange?
Yeah, there's got to be, right?
Releases?
Who's ringing the bell this month?
Yeah, like upcoming seasons of shows. Speaking of which, February, Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, God. Giorgio, what does that even mean?
God damn it, dude.
I watched one season of that fucking train wreck.
Season 4.
You're on season 4?
It's about to come out February.
Oh.
I need something after Ozark.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Ozark was so good. I finally watched
finished.
that last episode.
Oh, you did?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
because
did.
you last show you were so pissed because I had to go to bed, leaving you with one last episode. Like, you have to stop at some point.
What is Ruth going to do with that baby, and does she find Javi? She just peels out of there with a shotgun
I know.
at the end of that episode.
Is it weird that I don't care about that baby?
No one cares about that baby.
Well,
except
my
Darlene.
prediction is the only people that are going to be standing at the very end are Ruth and the baby. Because the baby was from like season 1, 2, remember?
Uh-huh.
Because it was that fucking preacher's baby. Never gets older, right? He's been a baby for 4 years.
Yeah. 4 years.
4-year-old baby in the swaddle.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Ruth and the baby in the swaddle on the top of the mountain in the very end, and everyone else is going to be dead.
What happened to Charlotte?
What? She dies.
I want the son to die too on Ozark.
He will.
He's been real C-word this episode.
Yeah, he's been a real C-word.
I don't give
He's
a
been a
shit
real
about
Karen.
Jonah is his name on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it just scare you that your child will act like that and be that defiant?
Yes.
And just cut your
100%.
knees off and just like...
Yeah.
100%.
But I'm also like, how old is he? Like, I'm still going to be completely and totally punishing my children until they're 18. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but then they threaten to go to the cops with your embezzling.
Go ahead. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
in their situation, yeah. But like my situation, no.
So here's the thing.
I'm out of here, Mom. The fuck?
You are.
You are.
Fuck. Here's the thing that I'm pissed off
Chains?
about. By the way,
Locks on the door? What?
is knowing when they finish production now. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I looked it up. They finished production October of 2020. Why the fuck are we splitting this up into 2 7-episode arcs for the last season and then pushing that out at the end of the year? I know Netflix stock is down bad, and maybe you're hoping, oh, hey, everybody hold on to that subscription before the last thing comes because you're going to need it in 6 months for the end of this or whatever. But if you finished in 2020, like, we're good, dude. There was no reason to wait 677 days between seasons. And that's what the final count was.
I know.
It's a lot.
I know.
It's a lot, goddammit.
They really are. They use Ozark a lot to keep. I think my subscription was raised.
It was.
Before it came
They
out.
raised
So
it 3 weeks ago.
Netflix uses Ozark a lot too.
Now that is out. It's going to be out once the last season drops, and that's all she wrote. You know?
They'll find something else. But
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know. All these hits are hard to predict.
They've been doing really good with the anime lately.
Oh, fuck off with that bullshit.
No, they've been
Giorgio.
taking a lot of good video game IP that has like a lot of people already interested
Gross.
in it, and they're making animes about the video game
Gross.
characters.
Nobody wants to watch anime.
My algorithm shields me from all of that shit. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, now they're doing live actions of the anime. The Cowboy Bebop one was really good.
It will never show up.
Oh, God damn it.
It will never show up.
Space noir, Ross.
No. No, dude. Anime is for people who have weird sexual fetishes that they can't scream out in bed to their lovers. Like, that's just like, oh, my God. Whenever I meet somebody who's that into anime, I'm like, oh, man, you want to fuck somebody in a costume.
Giorgio.
Yeah. Have you ever fucked a cartoon character like a Comic-Con or something like that?
No, I mean, at a festival is probably the closest thing.
Yeah, but that was just a lot of glitter and maybe a wing.
Yeah. One wing of an angel.
One wing.
Because it broke the other one off.
Yeah, because she'd been partying at the
She was in the
festival
dirt.
all day, yeah.
She fell down in the dirt.
A dirty little glitter fairy, maybe.
Just got
That's not the
lost.
same. Yeah, that's the same. The pink wig is like all full of grass. Yeah.
You can take that anime bullshit and fuck off with it. I'll
shove it
never
up your
get
butt.
into that. It's just the make 'em ups and the whole, and it's so specific. God damn it. That anime bullshit is so specific.
I will
too.
say those nerdy cosplay girls, though, are into some shit.
Are they?
Yeah.
Or are they just trying to get attention because it's all a bunch of dorks and it's like, oh, hey, there's the one hot girl who's dressed up like Ariel.
It's a good way to build a following.
It is, 100%. And when I had to do a fucking book signing at a couple of them. And I don't mind. They're fun, right? But clearly there's an agenda out of everyone. And it's like, all right, cool. Those girls show up just to get likes on Instagram and shit like that. And then they bounce. They're
if you're an 8 and you want to feel like a 10.
That's what it,
yeah.
Go to Comic-Con.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the 100% truth.
Even a 5, even a thicker gal.
A thick 5, a voluptuous thick 5.
Will get
huge tits.
a lot of hits.
Huge tits, yeah. But not, you got to have
like a
huge
Ren
tits.
Fair type pushing the boobs up the thing.
I want to go to one.
I think it's a company we have to go to one. We've talked about it way too many times now.
Some turkey legs?
What'd you say?
It's in San Diego, so...
There's other Ren Fairs.
There's other Ren Fairs.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Oh, Comic-Con we've been in.
You and I have
It's
both
actually not
been.
even that bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad at all.
It's more turned into like a Sundance.
Yes.
But a Ren Fair,
Yeah.
there's got to be one in one of these country-ass towns around here, huh?
Yeah. But the Comic-Con, to her point, has really turned into like a Sundance-y type of thing. We had a movie there 2012. I think it was FTR American Badass played there. And it was fucking rad, but it was like Rosario Dawson came to the screening and you're like, oh, shit, are we doing that now? Is this what this is? And
John
that's what it is.
Favreau was DJing the party that we went to.
No shit.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome. I love John Favreau.
It was weird, but it was fun.
That would be a dream of mine to go back
It
to
was
back
the,
with Favreau DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he'd play a song and I'd play a song. And
Yeah.
He'd mix into another one. I'd be like, oh, it's so good, man. He'd be like, yeah.
It was the Rodriguez.
And he'd be like, hey, do you like anime? I fucking hate anime. Get out of my DJ booth.
Get out of my fucking DJ booth.
Oh, do you love anime? Cool, man. I don't. Pack up all your shit and leave this fucking county.
Cool, man.
I want you to physically get out of the county.
John Favreau would be like, what did you say? And you're like, yes, I love it. He's like, what?
What?
I love it. Douche.
Yeah.
Just knocks him out right out of the DJ booth.
I love anime.
Yeah.
I want to get porked by a fucking Japanese anime character that's wearing all yellow. That's what you're into, Giorgio.
Why are you hating?
I'm not. It's who you are. And that's fine. It's just real specific.
I was born this way.
It isn't, dude. It's all starting to make sense now. It really is. We need to find
it's
you
a
a
natural
nice,
progression for a club kid, right?
Yeah, just to get into anime and NFTs and all that stuff, and yeah.
It's a natural progression for a rave kid.
Yeah, because you can still stay in that world for a little bit, you know?
As long as I get some Botox, get a fake ID that says I'm younger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you worried that you're going to outgrow the EDCs and shit like that?
I feel like I have.
Really?
Like if I didn't have a job that requires me to have a sour face at all times at those places, like I would not fit in.
No shit. Are you too old?
No. Like that's the perfect way to put it. Like people that are getting too old, like they do like the press for it or photography so that they can be like, I'm here for a reason.
Or they work at a stage or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
I'm working here. I know I seem super young to be working here, but I am, right?
Yeah. This is my profession.
That's a good point.
And it's like, I just don't want to give it up, Like, I don't want to give up the...
And I will say, Giorgio and Delco both have this, like, really healthy sense of, knowing when they're way too young to be thinking that way. But I like that they're in the mindset of, like, am I too old for this? Because a lot of people don't ask themselves those questions, me and you.
Yeah, I know that I haven't hit it yet. And I know probably in 5 years I will hit that mark.
Okay, yeah.
And that's when I'm going to be real concerned.
Sure.
But you just went to ACL. How was that? How was going to, because that's a pretty big festival.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, ACL is a different one, right? Because it's not quite a Coachella.
Sure.
It's definitely like, it's an Austin
way more laid back.
staple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be at Coachella this year, so I'll let you know,
You and Giorgio. And Giorgio's going to feel like the old one. Because he has a healthy idea of what age is.
No.
Well, no, that was my plan. Like, as soon as I started feeling old, I would just hang out with Jared more
Yeah,
He'd be the old guy doing stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
in comparison, I'm young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true. Like Giorgio in this studio seems like an 18-year-old.
Very dainty and small. And it's his size, too, at 5'3". Like, it makes him feel smaller. I'm kidding.
He's not 5'3".
We had a joke about this on Drinking Bros the other day. I don't know how tall Giorgio is or what he weighs. And my guess was 5'5", 160.
All you need to know is I'm putting up 225 for 11, and we're good.
No, you're not.
Is that true or not true?
No.
He's taller
He doesn't
than.
lift.
He's a good bit taller than me, and he's definitely over 170.
You're 5'2".
Yeah.
So he's what? What would you guess? 5'5",
I'm like
5'6"?
5'2", 5'3".
Okay.
Kissing 5'3".
Giorgio's 5'10", 175.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That makes sense.
That's not true. We're going to get one of those pencils. And, we're going to mark off off the wall.
All right,
Oh, yeah, we were going to do that.
How tall am I, Ross?
I think you're 6
6'1".
feet, 6'1", probably 195.
Now we'll both stand up beside each other.
195 to 205.
I am 195, 200, depending on the day.
Okay. Depending on your Chipotle. Yeah, so let's stand up. Oh, man.
Not
God,
that-
no.
Not that far apart.
Get closer together, Giorgio, because when you're close together, look at that. Oh,
Can we take that beanie off?
Take the beanie off. There we go.
It's really not that much different.
Man, that's wild.
It's an energy.
I guess so.
Like, you wouldn't think I was 5'2", huh?
No, you have tall girl energy, and I have short
Tall
guy
energy.
energy.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck, we learned
People
a lot
are
today.
always like, oh my gosh, you're so short. I don't think they're ever like, I've never heard when people are talking to Giorgio in person, talking about him being short
Ross,
at all.
I do have to confess something, though. Mm-hmm. I was standing on my tippy toes when we were over here.
Were you really?
No, you weren't. Oh,
You
he's on an apple
fucking
box.
dick, dude. Are you
he's
on an
apple
apple
box
box
over there, yeah.
You SOB, dude.
Yeah.
He's pulling out a Tom Cruise move, bro, using the apple box.
Yeah, look at his shoes. He's wearing like
You got any
lifted.
lifts? You got lifts on today?
It's just, a real high heel and some Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah.
Give me about 2.5 inches.
So
It's like a Saturday Night Fever.
What are you really? Am I off? Are you 5'8", 5'7"?
No, I really am 5'10", about 175.
Yeah.
I lie and say I'm 5'11", but really we know I'm not.
Okay.
Because 5'11" is basically 6 foot, and my dream would be to be 6 foot, but that's clearly a lie.
Yeah. There was a guy at the car dealership the other day, and when I was leaving, he goes, "You have any questions for me?" And I said, "Yes." "How tall are you?" Because it means a lot to me. And he looked at me and he goes, 6 feet. And I go, No. You are nowhere near 6 feet, my man. Because I was standing up at that point, And it was a fun little laugh. And he goes, "Motherfucker, I'm 5'10". And he goes, "But I've got to say 6 feet because I'm a man. And if I say
Why were you
5'10", I'm not a
asking
man." Because it was hilarious. Okay?
Just out of nowhere, you were just asking?
Just out of nowhere. Look,
That's a real straightening of the tie move.
somebody came up to me with a Bible one day and asked me if I had any questions about Christ. And I said, yeah. Over under 6'3" for Jesus. He looks taller on the cross. What do you say? Mm-hmm. And he was stunned. He didn't know how tall Jesus was. I don't either.
Right.
But he has tall energy.
Yeah.
The guy at the car dealership was wearing some real thick heels.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, "Now I'm exposed." And I go, No. That's what you should be doing. And I admire that. So, Giorgio, the reason I'm bringing up this story is, do you ever wear lifts? Do you ever wear the cowboy boots? Are we going to see you in those?
No, I wear a Clark Wallaby. We've already talked about this. And if I need to bring it up for the audience, it's a natural, 1.5 to 2 inch when I go out. And I put a Dr. Scholl's in there, too, which gives me that.
Do you have a picture of
A
it?
Clark Wallaby? Is this a thing? Did you just make up that name, or is this a thing?
Oh, no, I know. It's it looks like a nurse shoe. And so it kind of, you can get a heel in there without it looking like you're on a heel.
I'm trying to find a good picture.
The one that's like
Here we go. Here's
one that's kind of like, yeah. You've seen him in those before,
I
right?
have seen you wearing those.
And see, so he can get his heel
Great.
up
Yes, it's great.
without actually looking like he's wearing heel.
And then if you put another Dr. Scholl's in that, you really have 2.5 inches.
Yeah, dude. Look at that.
It looks like he's like walking on heels, but he's got a flat shoe on.
It also makes my butt look great.
Yeah, because he's still like walking.
A Clark Wallaby. Son of a bitch, dude. Wallaby damned,
I never understood, and now I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, it is cool. Like, maybe I'm not cool, but now I know the whole thing.
No, dude, it makes sense. If you're a dude, for real, because that's a lonely game. I didn't know this. We were watching The Bachelor, right? The new season. They got Jesse Palmer on there. It's better. I'll say that. It's better. We got a real host and shit. And The Bachelor, he seems fine. They always say an ex-NFL player, but they never made it past the practice squad. That's another story for another day. Okay.
They always say that.
Never played in a game.
Colton was an NFL player. Yeah.
Didn't play in a game, a real life game. Maybe some preseason, but not a real life.
No, I didn't make it past camp.
No, none of them do.
None of them do. But he's a tall, good-looking fellow. And
with a questionable underbite, but we'll see how that goes.
Whatever, right? The first comment I notice out of every woman's mouth, once they get inside the house, or Joe Millionaire, that we were watching that as well, they're like, oh my gosh, he's tall. He's tall. And they'll clutch the pearls. Oh my God, he's tall. That's such a big deal for women. Why is that? Why is height such a big deal?
It's just a primal thing. It's a protector thing.
Okay.
You want the
protector?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you aren't tall, you can go the route of Giorgio and now Dan, where you feel like you go for the guy that feels like they can protect you.
Gotcha.
And you don't know that you're doing it. You just automatically, your pheromones go that direction.
I'm supposed to be 6'4", by the way.
Are you? What happened?
Broke my growth plate, my tibia fibia. Kevin weared my leg when I was 15.
Shit. Did you really?
Yeah. So my grandfather, my dad, both 6'4".
Man, and you fucked up your whole
lineage. I think that's
lineage.
why they always think that people always think that you're taller. Remember we had this with Dan, and we're like, stand up next to each other.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people think I'm shorter. People think I'm like 5'5".
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nah, we all thought you were big. Ross, I want to tell you who I learned this from, though.
Okay.
Slick Rick, the first man to wear a wallaby. Danny, if you would pull this picture up for me.
Rick the Ruler?
Yeah. Look at
shit.
Look at the lifts
fuck.
on those now. You need to wear those exact
too
shoes.
much.
Because that would go
Those
with
are
your
platforms.
vibe, too.
Those are platform
Here's
shoes.
another picture of him in them. Just stunting.
You could pull those off with your... You need to get your hair dyed again, too.
And then I also done an eye patch.
And the what?
An eye patch.
Yeah,
And an eye patch, sure.
He's got an eye patch. It's hard to pull off an eye patch. Okay? Dan Crenshaw's got a sweet one.
And who doesn't want to be cradled by a giant? That's the other part.
Yeah. I get
All
it.
women just want to be cradled by a giant and protected by
Yeah.
their men, but also be independent, and we want to take care of ourselves and don't even try and stick up for us.
No, we won't.
But I am going to go for the guy who could do it. I'm just going to make sure that I break him down until he never does it.
Sure. And that's a valuable lesson right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're not only a podcast.
Don't pull out my chair.
We're an educational program.
Yep.
Okay? Don't pull out my chair. I can do it myself. I'll pay for dinner, is what a lot of women are saying.
Now calm down.
A lot of women are saying.
Now look, I'm independent, but you're still paying.
I'll pay at the Golden Corral.
Yeah.
Swipe my debit card, please.
I'll pick up coffees and a lunch.
A coffee.
A coffee.
And a bagel.
Yeah. If we go to a coffee place, I got this.
Yeah.
And then like a lunch, this is me. And then so then it seems like for the big nice dinners.
Yeah.
I got earlier.
Oh, I paid earlier that $1.82 coffee and that bagel that tasted like garbage. I bought it.
We're equals. Yeah.
The lifts, though, Giorgio.
Love it.
Yeah, big
Love it.
fan. I understand it. And your girlfriend's small. How tall is she?
5'2", 5'3".
Okay. Yeah. So you're a giant to her.
I'm a giant to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person that doesn't think that Giorgio is a giant is you.
I am a real giant, though. I'm a real life giant.
Okay, that's fine. But all of us never thought about him being short.
It's just the way he carries himself.
I have small man energy. I understand it. I hunch a lot.
He's a wrestler. He moves around a lot. You know?
Okay.
Like Dan, I know Delco Dan is wrestling with him now, like at his place. But when that ACL goes out in 2 weeks, that's all done. It'll just be Giorgio. It's a small man's game.
He broke his growth plate as a baby.
Yeah, as a baby.
No, Dan's just getting dangerous. You guys are sleeping on Dan. Is
he doing well in his classes?
I'm telling you, in 6 months, he's going to be a different Dan. Different swagger to him.
Okay. I like it. And look, we support it here, you know? What we don't support is going to Hawaii on a Wednesday.
Yeah, Bob, if you're watching.
for a fucking friend's wedding.
Unfortunately, Bob, for you, we did fine without you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
There it is. Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob.
Fuck, Bob. Oh.
I guarantee what's the over-under of mahalos we get when he comes back? 6? Oh, mahalo, everyone. The island changed me.
Does he bring out lei for everyone?
He's going to be wearing a headband because he grew his hair out.
He's going to bring back jars of pineapples for everybody for our roasted pigs, our luau's.
Yep.
Mahalo, everyone.
Yep.
Oh, I really enjoy your mana today. Fucking dick. Bob. Dude, I told my mom that about weddings. Weddings are already bad enough because you got to travel to some fucking small town or halfway across the goddamn world. Like, Bob, what is that, an 8-hour flight?
Bob's not
from here to, no, I'm asking Dan. From here to Hawaii is probably 8 hours, right?
So what, to California from here is 3?
3, and then another, it's a 5-hour flight to Hawaii from LA. 8 hours in the middle of the week to all your friends and family saying, hey, fuck you.
I think his.
Did you have any plans?
10 hours, yeah.
Yeah, did you have any plans? Cancel them. We're going, it's my wedding. I'm the most important person in the world, and you're going to come here on a Wednesday.
Lose your job.
Lose your job.
Okay, Bob.
Oh, you have a newborn? Fuck him.
Just
they
bought
didn't
a
bring the
house.
newborn, did they?
What?
Just bought a house.
Just bought a house.
Yep,
He's got a newborn. And
that's the best idea. Is your friends? Are your friends going to take you in, Bob?
Yeah.
When you cannot pay the mortgage because you lost your job.
That friend better have stopped him from getting raped as a child and like he owes him for his whole life. This better be some of that. What's the River movie with Kevin Bacon? Oh, damn. It was up for it won all the Oscars.
Mystic River.
Oh.
Yeah. This better be some Mystic River childhood friends.
I literally just guessed that.
Brad Pitt's
That's
in that,
true.
right?
Yeah. No, he's not. Not even close.
Not Mr. Oh, you're thinking of
Mystic River, yeah.
No.
No, it's Kevin Bacon where the kid got raped and then they all feel bad about it.
But wasn't Kevin Bacon the raper?
K-Bakes? He might have been.
No,
he was
that
in the
was
movie.
Sleepers or something, huh?
Whatever, dude. It was, no, Tim Robbins, I think. He was the one that got raped in that movie.
Shawshank.
No, it's Mystic River, dude. Okay?
No, it's Mystic River.
Yes.
It is?
It is,
Yeah.
yes. I'm correct. It won all the Oscars.
With Sean Penn and
Sean
Clint
Penn,
Eastwood.
everybody was in it.
Kevin
And
Bacon.
somebody gets raped?
Yes, the kid gets molested as a child, and then he's looking back at all of his friends, and then they feel guilty the rest of their lives. This better be that friend for Bob. It better be a Mystic River friend for Bob to go to Hawaii
Lauren,
on a Wednesday.
let's do it. We'll do it.
What's Lauren asking for?
Me and her are just going to go to Hawaii.
Ui. Yes, you can go.
Maui.
Yeah.
She's specific.
Get me a Hard Rock t-shirt with the Maui on it.
And I think
Hard Rock Maui.
I think Julia's coming. Although Julia's Mongolia's very responsible person. She's not even coming to Seltzer because she has to work, I think.
Really?
I know.
And I understand it.
And good for you, Julia.
If you have to work, you have to
right?
work.
And we respect that. We're going to be talking.
Bob had no problem rolling through here and be like, I got to go to Hawaii.
Hey, guys.
To be fair, I'm taking off Friday.
Yeah, but Friday's a light day
Yeah,
for
but
us.
you're
It
going to
usually
be.
is. It's become more of a not light day.
Aren't you going to be like in the vicinity though?
I will be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in the
I didn't
vicinity.
go across the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, if you take off and like, whatever.
It better be
You're
a
still
Mystic
in
River
town.
friend. To for that much travel, especially with kids and all that. Where's the baby at? Where's the baby staying? They just throw some dog food on the floor and
I think
bounce?
they brought the baby.
They did not
No
bring the
way.
baby.
Do you not bring like a 5-month-old? I don't know how babies
On
work.
a 10-hour plane trip to...
No, Dan. You have the parents come. And by the way, if they did bring the baby, if it was like that.
Could you imagine? We watched, HBO is doing these rock docs with Bill Simmons. We watched Juice World. I don't know if you saw that. He's on drugs the entire movie. So fine, whatever. I just wanted to see him die at the end. They did DMX. So we watched the DMX one last night. That fucker brought his baby into a business meeting to sign a record deal. He brings this 3-year-old in there, screaming his face off. They're on a conference call, and they're like, hey, X, we just want to go over the contract with you. He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. Just sign it. We can just sign it. Baby's screaming his fucking face off. Why did you take a baby into signing a contract at the record label? You can't even take a baby to Hawaii, is what I'm saying, okay?
No.
That's not even the top 10 most questionable things DMX has done.
No.
Yeah, but you guys, did you?
It's real sad.
By the way,
real
watch this
sad.
doc because it's 2019. He was literally walking out of prison, so they have footage of him walking out of prison into a car. There's a jump cut there. He probably did the biggest rail of cocaine of all time and then did this documentary. He's on coke the entire time. Oh, spoiler alerts.
That's better than freebasing crack, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. There was a gap in the documentary where they could not find him. And 4 or 5 days later, he had checked into a rehab somewhere. So I think that's where the freebasing crack came in. That's my guess. But to watch an entire movie of people that are on drugs and you're not on drugs,
it's
rough.
World all over
yeah,
again.
it's rough. So if you're watching the DMX doc on HBO and you feel a little jumpy while you're watching it, it's because he's on coke and or crack the entire time, and it's hard where you're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Jabes.
And then he died. So we will see you guys.
Because we love to end on a super dark note around here. Now, for you guys, we want you to leave us on some happiness. So go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, leave a quick review. That's all the advertisers care about. And Spotify is now doing ratings as well. Just click a 5-star. There is no like writing shit or anything. So you're good. Spotify knows what's up. Mike W. saying he's flying into Austin on 420 for a wedding. Fuck my life. Look, 420 is a great place in Austin. You can get high here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, you have to bring your own stuff.
You have to bring your own weed. You can't buy it here, but whatever, man. Take some of those Delta 8s. We get a sponsor coming up on Drink It Bros. Those things fucking rock. Do whatever you want. But make sure to go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review for Ross Patterson, Revolucion. For Jesse Weissman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.